So a lot of announcements are happening today, and then we have the Game Awards later on tonight, so this news wouldn't have fit in at all to Newswave unless it was going to be like 25 minutes long or something. So I want to do a Newswave Extra just to give you guys a heads up on some pretty cool things happening with Outlast, specifically the Outlast franchise, because there were multiple announcements in, well, this one paragraph that they wrote on their Facebook page. They kind of posted on their wall and then just left it there for people to see it. And there's some pretty cool stuff here. For the first thing, the big thing a lot of people really took notice of, because it's a little surprising based on the game itself, since Nintendo still has that, obviously, that view of being more kid-friendly than anything else. Outlast 1 and 2, apparently the entire franchise, is going to the Nintendo Switch starting early 2018. According to them, it's just the first quarter of 2018 it will show up, which means that they've probably been working on it probably for a good part of this year to get everything ported over and ready to go. So when, we're not sure of an exact date, not yet. Probably, I would say if it is first quarter, might see it February or even March. So get ready for that. If you're a horror fan, Outlast is pretty cool. You play as like an investigative journalist, just seeing some of the craziest stuff going on in front of you. I think the second one you dealt more with like a crazy cult kind of thing going on, and in the first one you kind of tackle like an insane asylum. It really is crazy. Very, very mature style games. When I played the first one, it kind of reminded me of kind of the grisly nature of something like Saw, for example, that movie. So go into it knowing it's ultra violent and it's very creepy. Now they also tackled some other situations here, because people have been calling for some more content for Outlast 2. I'm gonna go ahead and read the excerpt to you right here. Currently we're working on something a lot of you have been asking for. It won't be a sequel to Outlast or Outlast 2, but it will be a distinct experience set in the Outlast universe. We can't say more right now. We first need to make sure we can make it work. Like I mentioned, we strive to be risk takers, and this one is a pretty big challenge. If all goes well, we'll soon be able to reveal more. In the meantime, the Outlast franchise will be released on Nintendo Switch during the first quarter of 2018. So whatever they're working on right now, it's not necessarily Outlast 3. They did confirm there will be an Outlast 3 at some point, but what they're working on here is not an Outlast 3. It's kind of a game set in the universe, but it's some big challenge. Now, I'm not really sure what that could be. I wanted to see what you guys think. Maybe they delve more into, maybe they get really into VR or something like that. I know a lot of people see horror games and they go, wow, you should build an entire massive experience all around VR. I'm trying to think of what other things they would really be talking about, maybe a different viewpoint for the entire story, because they seem to have this universe kind of set up for Outlast, since the first one and the second one technically took place in the same universe. And I guess this third one will as well, that maybe it's from a different viewpoint that they're trying to set up, and they don't want to ruin it with maybe some game-breaking story, because if you mess up the story in one game, fans will not let you forget it. And people seem to be pretty hooked on this story, on this universe, on this lore that's starting to build. Outlast, the first one, was a pretty cool surprise. It was on sale on Steam for a while. We actually talked about it in our Halloween sale special for Steam, and it was pretty cheap. So if you're even just interested in a big-time horror game that is pretty serious, check it out on the Switch. And now I'm really interested to see what they have in mind here, because as I say, it's a big challenge. They're big risk takers. So it's got to be something that would be very difficult for this team to tackle, which means it's probably nothing like the first one or the second one. Either way, let me know what you guys think down below. Are you buying it on the Switch? Have you already purchased it? And maybe the idea of being able to play it on the go is interesting enough to get it again. And what do you think this next game is going to be? Because according to them, it's not Outlast 3. It's some other game set in the same universe that is a big challenge. So I'm curious what you guys think. Guys, if you enjoyed the video, hit the thumbs up button. If you didn't, hit the thumbs down button. Make sure to subscribe for more gaming news, and check me out tonight for the Game Awards. We're going to have some fun. Hopefully see some big announcements, and then tune in tomorrow morning for Newswave if you missed it, because we're going to be going over the game announcements in full, and it's probably going to take up most of the show. Thanks, guys, and I'll see you later on tonight, 8:30 p.m. Eastern Time.